Hey everyone! Hi! If you don't know who I am, I'm Undead Commander. If you follow me, you're one of my pastaways. For that, I say, I hope you've been enjoying your time on the beach. But, if you haven't been following me, do it. Please. You'll like it. I swear. Alright, so. Joking aside, this is going to be a state of the channel address. I don't do these often. These are meant to be whenever I'm making like shifts in content, shifts in the dynamics that I'm going to be going about streaming and content creation, just in general the direction that I'm going. So with that, I'm going to go and talk about a few things. First one being indeed content. So for those of you that are aware, I made the shift from doing purely TTRPG content to starting to do variety content. Have I found more success in this? No. But have I been happier with it? Yes. So, I'm still going to maintain doing variety content, but I am going to be every now and again doing TTRPG streams. Or at least making different kinds of TTRPG content. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Streams are going to be variety based. It's for me to have fun. It's not for me to try to like gain more followers or increase my CCV. Though we'll get to that later. But that's what it's going to be. I'm just going to be playing games to have fun, hang out with the community, also having an excuse to hang out with friends. But I am going to be making different kinds of short form and long form content for YouTube. That is where the TTRPG streams become just TTRPG videos, but they're not going to be games that I'm posting, though I will be posting some. They are going to be me providing TTRPG horror stories, advice, TTRPG glory stories, because, you know, tabletop role-playing games aren't all bad. They don't always have bad experiences. Sometimes they have great experiences, and I want to be able to talk about those and showcase those. Of course, I want to be able to talk about my book, and of course, I will have streams that are centered around that as well, because why not? But other than that, I will be doing other forms of long-form content on there. I may be doing a full playthrough of a game. I am, of course, going to be doing compilation videos, advice videos, storytime videos of my own life. But yeah, that's kind of like the gist of what I'm going to be doing in terms of a lot of my content. It will still be variety. Other things that I will be doing, next year I will be doing a 3D model debut. Rando Deer has been making me a 3D model that is a 1-to-1 of this model. So for those of you that haven't seen it, this entire model, oh, there's a, bye. So this entire model here is, well, going to be a 1-to-1 3D model. Now, of course, with me having a 1-to-1 3D model, that means that I will be able to potentially do some VR chat content, which I dread. But I will also be able to potentially hang out with some people in VR. So that would be really cool. That would be really cool to be able to go and hang out with people, like, you know, in VR, kind of like vibe in VR. Because I do have a VR headset. Getting that shit set up is a pain in the ass, but I have a VR headset. Otherwise, I will be doing, like, you know, a lot more 3D content alongside my 2D model content and my face cam content. Because as I have seen, and I guess this isn't surprising, maybe, but me having my face cams up, I had a lot more interaction and hype around when I do the live camera content. So that will be something that will be maintained and will happen a bit more often. It will happen alongside the I can talk, I swear. The VTubing content. So it will be me with my face cam up, alongside me having my 2D or 3D model up, or even my PNG Tuber Plus model, or PNG Remix, which was done by Altwork. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, that one's a really cool one. Which I have a lot of them credited in my credits section, or you could just ask me. I don't mind. Because I love being able to go and receive messages from people. It makes me feel great. Makes me feel approachable. Besides that, so 3D model debut. I intend on doing my Viewerthon again. For those of you that don't know what my Viewerthon was from last year, my Viewerthon is outright the it's like a subathon or a donathon or a bitathon or whatever thon it is that you usually see online, except it is based off of views. So it's based off of the number of concurrent viewers I have at any given time. So with that, the more people that are watching, the more things get unlocked, and I have it to where it resets every day, so you can unlock the same thing multiple times. So, unlocking giveaways, unlocking stuff for raiders, because raiders also get things. So trusting your community with me and trying to bump up that concurrent viewer number, all of that I think deserves rewards. So whenever I do the viewerthon, I did it last time, raiders get a different kind of reward. They get rewarded, period. It's not just like, hey, here's a blanket thing that gets unlocked. No, it's like you as a raider get something. It did take me a while to do a lot of this stuff because I am only one man. But I am somebody who is a man of his word. I keep my promises. And with that, I made sure to engage in that. As of recent, I was able to actually finally send out everything that I needed to. I just have one more dice set to send, and I have one game to send. After that, everybody's stuff has been sent out, and I just have to go and get a bunch of art done, which won't be bad. So, that's gonna be good. But anyways, this is where we get into the meat and potatoes of it. The Viewerthon itself is a month-long event, and with the Viewerthon, I am going to be like trying my best to stream every day for that. That will be next year. I intend on having more Dead Air episodes. That's another one. Dead Air is my podcast, my talk show, where I bring on people who have expertise in fields that I do not have expertise in, that they would like to be able to talk about. And with them talking about these fields of expertise, it's meant to be an educational thing. It's also a great way for us to just go and hang out, make some genuinely wholesome and also comedic content, because it's mostly just us kind of riffing at streamer culture half the time anyway. But it is meant to be educational. I think the most successful one that I have on my channel is the one with Moody Karen, which is about social media, and also it's that one is the one that makes it to where I've been able to, like, with her advice, I've been able to grow as much as I have as a content creator, because her advice is definitely actionable. I've also done it with Zungy Bungy, Gil Swamp Guy, Biddles Tune, Scarlet Lillian, Delisi. It's just a whole wide range of people. Night Komori and Ms. Sarah Mizaki, all of them. Done a lot of these, and they've been very helpful. They've been very helpful. Because they are meant to be educational. They are meant to go and just teach you things involving content creation, involving navigating the online space. So I'm going to be having more of those. The next guests for it are 𝕊𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒 and 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒, which I do have to go and get that scheduled, which I think I need to be going through Shane's Worlds for that. Shane's World, sorry. Going through him for that. which I don't mind because I really like Shane. Shane's awesome. Shane's really awesome. He actually sent me like some cute videos involving crocodiles. It's getting its butt scritched. And it raises its butt. They're like cats. Danger cat. Not like cougars or lions. I'm getting off track. So Dead Air is coming back. I intend on going to some conventions. Techo in Pittsburgh, and potentially for Project Open Table, I'm going to be going to Gen Con this year. I say potentially because, well, I have the vacation hours and my wife does not. So it's a worry and concern as to whether or not like I should go. Because this will be the first time that like her and I haven't been able to like be together for something like this. And it does run over a weekend. We work weekends. So it's something that is still being talked about, being figured out. And we're doing our best to be able to figure out like how best to go about it, if I'm going to be going about it at all. No matter what, my wife comes first. So that is the intention. And I'm saving it for like about 2 months before the convention for us to decide on whether or not like it is or is not a good idea, because also finances. I'm not going to put myself in a bad financial spot by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm not going to push that. I'm not going to go and push that envelope. So yeah, potential going to Gen Con, which would be really cool. Otherwise, the alternative, which is something that I know that my wife is fine with, is us going to Steel City Con, where we can potentially go and meet some more voice actors, as well as just straight up actors. Steel City Con's always been like pretty fun. We went there 1 year, so you know it was a good time. It was a good time. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we got going on. So besides Dead Air and conventions and the Viewerthon and the 3D model debut, I will be working with 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕟𝕟𝕟𝕣𝕐 the Queen, and potentially a few other artists on art for my book, because it's all that's left to finish off my book is to get art for it. I need holy symbols. I need monsters. I need what the cultures look like, etc., etc. for the book, as well as placeholder images and sketches. So these are all things that I need for my book, to which I will be doing exactly that. Now, 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒 has elected to go through this daunting undertaking, but the bright side is it is something that, as she had put, can make it to where this feels like an actual career, like being able to be done as a job, and being able to go and support real artists, emphasis on real artists, looking at those of you that want to take the easy way out with Gen AI. I feel like no matter what, me giving my prompts to somebody who's a person is going to yield better results, because I can iron it out better, as opposed to struggling with having to go and write sentence after sentence after sentence after sentence after sentence for a machine to steal other people's stuff and try to Frankenstein what I want. Yeah. So of course I am going to be, you know, just paying actual artists, because I have morals. Says the guy who is, like, you know, piloting a VTuber that is meant to be a cruel villain. But I still have morals. even the skeleton has morals. But yes, so pay your artists. And not only pay your artists, but actually like work with real artists. AI has its place, but it's not in the creative field. And I feel as if that is something that I don't think people can really argue with. As evidenced by like Alien Isolation, to where it's like, you know, enemy AI. Like, I feel as if like that's where it works, like, you know, for that kind of learning algorithm. But I'm not going to go into like an AI debate or tirade, because that's not what this is about. SD the Queen is working on my art, and I'm going to be getting a few other artists to go and help me with that. And on the topic of art, I am going to be talking with some artists, specifically one in particular, looking at you, Gabby. Because of those of you that don't know, Art of Gabby is a friend of mine, and I'm going to be doing an award show, which I've yet to name. But Art of Gabby, I'm going to be working with her on, well, award art. I sent them templates already, and we're gonna be in talks sometime next year to be able to get that underway, because I want it to where by the end of 2026 I'm able to run the award show. The award show is going to be like I'm going to be sending actual crystal awards, because that's what I print at my job. One of the things that I print at my job, and I can get it for pretty cheap. So, you know, for me, it's cheap. For other people, it'd be expensive. So it's like, it's me being able to go and give back to the community in some meaningful way. But besides that, my intention here is that it's going to be more than just VTubers. It's going to be streamers. It's going to be streamers in general. You can nominate your favorite streamers, favorite content creators, because I also want it to where content creators are able to be included as well. You know, just because streamers are the ones that do it live, content creators are the ones that make the whole entire creative space thrive. So that is my aim. That is my aim. So with that being the case, I will be doing an award show at the end of the year where I'll be sending out actual physical awards. Not every category is going to have awards. I'm just going to preface that now. You know, just because I get it for a discount does not mean that it's cheap. I do everything out of pocket, so, you know, and I'm not a one-man army. I'm just one man. The army part is not included. So I am going to be kind of tagging into the army bit of it. I am going to be enlisting the help of some friends to be able to help me with not only art, which of course I'm going to be paying them for, because I would feel absolutely horrible to not pay them for their art, even if they were to go and give it. But I am going to be wanting some of them as judges. So I intend on having it to where there are categories. These categories are going to have judges for those categories, and we will be providing like kind of live judgment. That's the intention. It's probably going to be like maybe an 8 to 10 hour event. I say maybe because I don't know whether or not like I can mentally stand that. I might just do it as a pre-recorded thing, which I think would be pretty easy to do. But yeah, do it as like a pre-recorded thing, all that jazz. Because then people are able to go and take their favorite moments and actually, like, you know, clip them. We can also have it nicely edited. And with, like, you know, some edits being done over top of it, I think that would be pretty nice. So there is that as well. But yes, so, and also I could actually like do the categories separately. No, yeah, I'm just gonna record it. I'm not gonna stream it at all. I'll just stream like the finished video. There we go. Yeah, that's smart, Undead. Do that. It's less pressure. Gives me time. Fuck yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my aim, is I'm going to be doing the award show. We're going to have judges. We're going to send out actual awards. So that'll be pretty awesome. Now, along the lines of the award show, I do have some additional news. So I am in a VTuber group that may potentially become an agency known as VFantasy. VFantasy has been extraordinarily kind to me. They've even given me the position of bookkeeper to be able to increase efficiency and optimization within the backend. So then it's easier to navigate for new staff members and also for management and leadership. And with that, they're able to kind of make it so then it is easier for the talents. as a whole. I can't really say much in terms of how things are going to be going for the future of VFantasy, because I'm not like, I'm not staff. I'm just the guy with the paper, and I write down whatever I'm given. That's kind of like what I'm doing. But I can say that I've been greatly enjoying it. I like having the support structure. I greatly enjoy all of the other talents. All the other talents have been like very nice to me. Both like past and current talents have been some of the most wholesome and pleasant people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. And I'm actually excited for 2026 whenever we do the new wave of people coming in. Because when that new wave comes in, we will be in a better spot. We're going to be taking things a little slow. I feel as if we started to go fast and we couldn't keep up with ourselves. And I think like this is a thing that a lot of VTuber groups and agencies fall victim to, is they try to keep up with the talents. The group tries to keep up with the individual talents, which expecting a VTuber group or agency to move at the same pace as a streamer or content creator is absurd and highly irresponsible. And I feel like we were kind of leaning into that. We were starting to like really lean into that, and it's like it's nice that we recognized that we were about to go into moving too fast, and we're starting to take it a little slower. We're pacing ourselves because it's a marathon, not a sprint. We just have to make it to the finish line, and we want to make it there intact instead of straining ourselves and stressing ourselves. So like it's nice that we've maintained that. We've maintained like doing that instead, because I know that like we were like there's a lot of hype. Like whenever you're in a new group, there's a lot of hype, and then like you get like a lot of ideas, and then boom. Like you kind of just go, okay, well now I'm lost in my own sauce, and now you start to like lose track of things, and you fumble one thing, you fumble another, but like we all make mistakes. It's fine. But in the end, so I'm excited for VFantasy. I'm excited for all of my fellow talents. There's a lot that like we've been all working on, and currently, when it's the start of the new year, I am going to be doing a lot more VFantasy content. I haven't done much personally with my fellow talents, and I think it's just because I had so much planned that is solo content or is with other folks that are not in VFantasy, that I'm not used to being in a group setting like this. So this is something that I need to adapt to, and that I'm going to be working on for myself. So I am going to be doing a lot more VFantasy content. The Minecraft server definitely helps, because at least I'm able to meaningfully interact with like my fellow talents, and I really enjoy my fellow talents. Like I really enjoy being able to go and do stuff with them. It doesn't help that I play a lot of solo games. I don't have a lot of multiplayer games, and the multiplayer games I have are considered quote unquote friend slop. So, I can only enjoy it so much until it becomes repetitive. But I recently made the completely irresponsible decision of buying like 11 games for reasonable prices, thanks to the Steam Winter Sale. So thanks 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕟𝕟𝕣𝕖. Anyways, I think that's about it. I will mention as a last thing. Hold on, two things. First, I greatly enjoy Love Charm, the VTuber formerly known as Aqua, Aquamarina. Really love Lucky, who's my manager, and I greatly enjoy Vita, who is currently one of the main people in charge of VFantasy at this time. Vita's actually the one that made me into Bookkeeper and like introduced me to 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒, which holy shit, it makes things so much more streamlined. It's so user friendly. I love it. If you don't use 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒 for organizing your stuff, I highly suggest it, because like she uses it for commissions and it just looks so golden neat. So use 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒. 𝕤𝕤𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒's free. It has a free trial. But anyways, all that being said, last thing, I do intend on having a 2.0 model outfit debut. This will be the armored version of this model. It will have some additional toggles. I do also intend on getting a posed model. This posed model is either going to be in a hammock or a beach chair. I can say chair, I swear. But yes, it's going to be in a hammock or a beach chair, preferably hammock. I might do hammock for this model, and I might do a throne, like a broken stone throne, for the other model, you know, for the armored model. I will also be getting an updated hermit crab. So Jimothy Crabbit, the hermit crab that I usually have, who is the TTS pet, he is going to have a visual update, which I think will be pretty neat. It'll be neato burrito. But yeah, he's going to receive a visual update as well. All of this is still going to be done through Reddit, and then I still have to talk to Sherry involving the rigging for the model outfit as well. Yes. Other than that, that is, I think that really covers it. That's the state of the channel address. Covered a lot of bases. Like I said, I'm going to be doing like some Storytime content and all that down the line. It's not just going to be like, you know, TTRPGs and TikTok shorts and such. Though I will be multi-streaming next year. I'm going to be optimizing a lot of my stuff. I'm going to be multi-streaming next year. And I'm also going to be figuring out ways to make streaming more efficient. And with streaming becoming more efficient, I'm going to be sharing those online, so then other people don't have to deal with the inefficiencies that come with lack of information in the streaming space. A lot of people like to gatekeep, and to those people, I say fuck you. Gatekeeping just stops people from properly innovating. And honestly, it's like, if you gatekeep, there's somebody that might be the next big streamer, the next big content creator that you have hindered because you didn't provide them this information. They could be somebody that can make a huge difference, and you have chosen to hold them back by not providing information that would help. So that is what I'm going to be doing. But anyways, I want to thank you all so much for making it to the end of this video. It's like half an hour. But hope you all have a good day, good night, enjoy your time on the beach. Kuniahi shores always welcome you. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.